Welcome everybody. Today we're going to be talking about Bunker Bravo and going to give you an in-depth walkthrough of absolutely everything you need to know about Bunker Bravo. And I've got some newbies in the chat right now that are going to be asking some questions. So why don't we get started? So the first thing, when you get to Bunker Bravo, now unfortunately I've cleared this a few times, but when you first get to Bunker Bravo, you will find some raiders out here, and don't worry, they're good raiders, but they're going to open the door up here and zombies will be there and you have to work together to kill them all. And once that's done, they're going to try to figure out how to get this open. Turns out you need a generator, so if you're coming to clear it, make sure that you pack a generator on the back of your bike. You'll take that off of the bike and bring it up here and set it down right here, and then they're going to be like, oh no, there's radiation, and they're going to run away. But this is what officially unlocks the lower levels of Bunker Bravo. So another thing to notice up here, kind of like in Alpha, you're going to have some lockers that you can use for storage, and they will have some stuff in them that you're free to take and use however you'd like. But I would recommend putting in things like guns, like extra armor and things like that, like some food and some other items. Med kits, 100% you're gonna need a lot of med kits. Hey, what's up, Jedi? How you doing? So that is everything you need to know about being up here. So let's go down, and we're gonna show you the first level going down into the bunker. Finally got a true friend, dog. Nice, JD. That's awesome, my dude. Jedi, we are recording for YouTube right now. Alright, so this is the first level of being downstairs. There is an area. Is this? Yeah, so that's the locked door. So you don't know what's back there, if there's ever going to be anything back there. This is where, if you clear zones, you get a ship down cargo, and this is where you get your loot from. But the most important thing to look at right now are these areas. So these are terminals, and each terminal is going to have a different thing. Probably right here, I'm going to show you what you need to unlock all of the terminals. So there's one, what's this one? Ventilation clearance. So this is the only terminal I don't have unlocked. But I think right here, I'll show you guys what it takes to unlock all of the terminals. And then let's real quick go through and just talk about what all you, or what the terminals do after you unlock them. So, so the first one to talk about is, let's talk about deactivation of turrets. So deactivation of turrets, on each floor there's, I think, 4 turrets spread out in different places. And that, like it sounds like, it deactivates those turrets. Let me turn this music down. This song got a little loud. Let's see. So, and honestly, deactivation of turrets is probably one of the best ones that you can do. Let's see. There's opening locks. What opening locks does is it allows you to get into an extra room that has loot. And typically it's going to be some better loot. So maybe like some extra parts for an ATV. I've honestly never done that one before. Maybe we'll do that on the second floor just to see what it does. Hey, what's up, Gator fan? Let's see. Next we have patrol cancel. So this is another really good one that I use most of the time. Patrol cancel locks some zombies in a room and stops them from coming out. So pretty much anything that you can do to make things go quicker is what you want to do, because every floor is going to be a time trial, pretty much. So you want to be able to go as fast as possible. Let's see. So that's patrol cancel. There's surface radiation clearing. So in different spots on all 3 floors, there's going to be like what looks like radiation containers that got knocked over. And if you walk over them, it does 20 damage per second while you're over it. So not having that could be pretty beneficial. Ventilation clearance is also another good one. So I want to say there's 3 spots on all 3 floors where toxic not toxic spitters. Toxic spewers come out, and they're absolutely terrible. They have a lot of hit points, and they do a lot of damage. So, if you can lock those up, that's going to save you from having to fight those guys. So that's also a really, really good one to have. And then water pumps is used to remove water from the floor. So, again, on all 3 levels, there's water in one area, and it makes you go slow. However, it also makes the zombies go slow as well. So that one's not really, in my opinion, it's not a good one to use, because the zombies are also slowed down. So it's not hurting you as much because it's also slowing down the zombies. So, so that's everything for the different terminals. Yeah, so there's a couple of them that I don't have unlocked yet, mostly because somehow I ran out of wrenches, but we'll be able to look at a few of those. And then I want to run upstairs quickly so we can talk about some special items that you can use in Bunker Bravo, or some items that are particularly good to use in Bunker Bravo. Change the alpha code. Yep, I definitely need to change the alpha code. Thank you, female creator. I also need to drink some water, so let's do that. All right, so there are 4, at least, different types of things I'd like to talk about. So the first one is the anti-radiation. So what this does, it slows the amount of radiation that you take. So this is going to be something that you'll take at the beginning when you start a floor. Matter of fact, let's just take some. Let's get geared up for the second floor that we're about to do. Anti-radiation pills. So these will restore health, and I guess we should talk more about what radiation does. I keep talking about radiation, but what does it actually do? So the radiation, once you get a certain level of it, it starts ticking away at your maximum health. So it will eventually take you out, or at least make it to where you get one shot by any zombie. So what the anti-radiation pills do is they restore what your maximum health, it restores your maximum health, and it heals you at the same time. So these are really, really good to have. Some other things, or there's other like special armor. So there's hazmat armor. So this, I thought I muted that, but hey, Queenie, thank you for gifted a tier 1 sub. That's super awesome. Thank you so much. All right, so let's talk about the armor. So there's hazmat armor that doesn't really give you. So if you look at the armor, it gives you 3 armor versus SWAT gear that gives you more than double that. So and that's just the helmet. But what it does do is that it lessens the amount of radiation that you get. Now, there's also CBRN combat armor. So this is as strong as SWAT, and it also slows down the radiation. The thing about this armor is, though, it's you're not likely to come by it very easily, so I wouldn't just use it willy-nilly. I would, if there's a particular area of the Bravo bunker that you're struggling with, you want to save it for that. So maybe like the 3rd floor or the 4th floor or something like that. Now, as far as just how you, or at least in my opinion, how you should gear up, let me just show you an example of what I would do to get ready for a floor. So you don't want to be hungry or thirsty at all, because you don't want to take extra time to be tabbing in and out and eating and drinking and doing things like that. So I'm gonna take a full set of SWAT armor and a backup set just in case. You're typically not gonna need it. If you have anti-radiation liquid and pills, you should bring those. I like to bring about something around like 60-ish health packs. It's overkill, but I'd rather have more than enough than not enough. And then pretty much everything else, you're just going to take guns. Depending on the floor you're using, would depend on maybe if you want to use more SCARs and AKs and better guns like that. Also, another thing that somebody mentioned before we started the video, you want to make sure you have the right mods on your guns. So I would recommend, if you're going to use an M16, you want to go for it. So not just M16, but for guns in general, you want to use stability mods, because it doesn't matter how much damage a bullet does if they miss all the time. So so that's why on the M16 we go for grip, red dot, muzzle brake, and red laser. For the AK, we're going large magazine, sight, muzzle brake, modified, tactical stock, and knife. Also, if you have the grenade launcher mod, that one works almost just as good. The knife is just a little bit better. Now the SCAR, I don't have all of the right mods on my SCARs, so they're not, the stability isn't great on these, but right now I'm using double drum, red dot, triple muzzle brake, and red laser. And then somewhere, hopefully I have, yes, a mini Uzi. So we're using double drum, sight 4X, tactical stock, long barrel, and ergonomic grip. Definitely want ergonomic grip because it gives you so much stability. So I believe that's everything for the first video. The next video in this series, we're gonna go into the second floor of the bunker, and we're gonna talk about all the zombies as they come up, and some different tips and tricks to use there. So stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.